Hi everyone. So today we'll be discussing on the topic sliding window, right? So we'll be discussing on the sliding window algorithm. Yep. So let's see what the definition part say here. Sliding window is an optimization technique. So basically it is an optimization technique to process the contiguous subarray or the substring. So basically sliding window is an optimization technique to process the contiguous subarray or the substring by maintaining the moving window maintaining the moving window. So we will be maintaining the moving window just to process the contiguous subarray or the substring. Yep. So this is fine. It avoids the recomputation by adding the next element and removing the previous one. So this is very important. That's what we'll be doing within the algorithm actually. It avoids the recomputation by adding the next element. So we'll be adding the next element and by and removing the previous one. We'll not be considering the previous one. We'll just go on adding the next element. That's what we'll be doing. Yep. So this is it about the sliding window. Yep. So see, suppose let's collect first accordingly this one with the explanation. First, what we'll be doing, we will be choosing the window size, fixed or dynamic. Suppose see, in simple terms, we have some elements within the array. So we have suppose 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah. So suppose we are considering array A equals this one and K window size we will be considering 2, meaning so this one first 2, then we'll be going with the if you are going with the sum of the array actually. So we will be going with like this in this way. First we will be going with 1, 2, then we will add 2, 3, then we will add 3, 4. That's what we will be doing actually. Yep. So see, choose a window size fixed or dynamic. Place the window at the start of the array. So we have placed the window at the start of the array 1, 2 here in this case. Okay, window size we have considered 2. Yep. So slide the window one step to the right. So that's what we are doing. See here, we have slided one step, this one, one step to the right actually. First 1, 2, then 2, 3. We are going with a 2, 3, right? So add the new incoming element. So we'll add the new incoming element. First, we will go with, suppose if we are going with the sum of the elements. So first 1, 2 will lead to 3. Then we are going with a 2, 3, nothing but 5. Then 3, 4, nothing but the 7, right? Add the incoming element, remove the outgoing element. First, we'll remove this one. After 1, 2, we will remove this one. After 2, 3, we will remove this element. After 3, 4, we will be removing this element. Yep. So update the answer at each step. That's what we have done. We are updating the answer at each step. We are updating the answer at each step. Continue until the window reaches the end. Here in this case, the window reaches the end. So we will stop here. The window reaches the end. We will stop here. It's as simple as that. So yeah. So let's do one thing. Let me delete this one. Now I hope the this one algorithm is completely clear. It's as simple as that. Let's write the this one coding. Sorry. Let's code for the same thing, or let's code the algorithm actually. Yep. So first thing what we'll be doing. So let's consider, I'll just consider buffer reader as the uh, buffer reader and the print writer. So this is related to the input output. Just give me a second here. So I'll just come here. Let me paste these two lines actually. This is completely related to the input output. We have already imported the input output package, right? So we'll be making use of the input output package as well as different utilities. Now let's move on with the main code. See, let's consider the array A here. Let's consider a simple example. Let's consider array A with some elements within the this one within the array actually. Yeah. So I'll just consider here. Mm, I'll just go with 2, 1, 5, some random numbers actually. 1, 3, 2. Yep. So this is fine. This is fair enough. This is nothing but the input array, right? So next we have to set the this one. We have to go with a fixed or the dynamic window, right? So accordingly with what we have discussed on the explanation part. So place the window at the start of the array. Compute the result of the first window. Before that, we have to choose the window size. We have to choose the window size, fixed or dynamic. So let's go with the window size. Let's set this one to the 3, right? So let's set this one to the 3. You can just consider 4, 2, anything. So I'll just go with the 3, just for the example sake. It will be easier for me to explain actually. Yep. Now we have to go with a variable to store the sum of the current window. We have to store the sum of the current window, right? Somewhere. So we will be going with the 3. So this 3 elements, next 3 elements. So we have to store the variable, sorry, we have to make use of the variable to store the sum of the current window. For that, I'll just go with the variable w. Initially, I'll initialize this one with a 0. Yep. So this is fine. It's as simple as that. Next, let's move on with the for loop. Within the for loop, I'll just go with int I equals 0, I less than k. Let me increment I. So this is fine. Within the for loop, it will be w equals w plus a of I. Yeah. So what we are doing here, uh, we are just we are just storing the sum of current window. We are just storing the sum of current window with the help of this. For each window, we are storing the sum by making use of the for loop. So this is fine. We are done with this part. Next, yeah, basically it computes the sum of the first window, right? So this is fine. Next, what we will do, next what we have to do, we have to store the maximum sum that we have found so far, right? Maximum sum that we have found so far. So first consider this window. First we'll be going with this window itself, right? 5, 6, 7, 8. So the output will be 8 actually. Yeah, output will be 8. So the maximum sum that we have found so far is 8. That we have to store somewhere, right? That we have to store somewhere. For that, we'll be making use of the result variable, and we will be going with the assigning this one with the w. Yep. So this stores the maximum sum that we have found so far, right? So next, what we'll be doing, let's move on with a for loop, man. Simple for loop. See, I'll just go with for int I equals k, I less than length of the a, then I plus plus. Yep. So this is fine. So within the for loop, what am I gonna do? So I'm making use of the for loop here. So see, loop starts from the index k, right? So window sliding begins from here actually. Window sliding begins from here. So we have considered this one, and we have to slide the window. Next, we have to consider 151. Thereafter, we have to consider 513. Thereafter, we have to consider 132. So this is the last window that will be considering, right? So because size we have considered size 3, right? So this is going to be the last window. Yep. Accordingly with the window size actually. Yep. So this is fine. So loop starts from the index k. So window slide begins from the here. So I'll just write w equals w plus a of I, right? So this is fine. Next, we have to remove the element leaving the window. For that, I'll just go with a w equals w minus, so this one will be a of I minus k. Yep, it's as simple as that. Finally, what we have to do, we have to update the maximum sum if the current window sum is greater. Suppose we have 8 here. For this particular window, we have 8, right? So here somewhere, this one next we'll be going with a 151. So here, see, we'll get 7. This is fine. Then here for this one, we will get 9. In that case, we have to update the this one maximum sum, right? We have to update the maximum sum from 8 to 9, 8 to 9, right? So that's what we need to do. So for that, we have to write the simple if condition. See, I can just write it in this way. If w greater than answer variable that we have considered ans, so then what we have to do, sorry, one second, answer, we have to assign this one to the w. It's as simple as that. Next, let me come out of this one entirely. Now we have to print the final maximum sum. Yeah, for that, I'll just go with a out dot println. So let me go with println this one. So let me pass the answer variable. Yep, let me pass the answer variable. So this is fine. As we have made use of the print writer, let me make use of the flush. So this is related to the input output. We don't have to worry about that. Yep. So this is fine. Yep. Yeah, this is it for the code. So let me format the code once so that this looks good. Yep. Yeah, we have discussed the code step by step. So let me run the code. Let's see what is the output that we get actually. Yeah. See here, we are getting the output 9. We are getting the output 9. So the maximum value among the window that we have considered actually, so will be 9. Will be 9. So let's do one thing. Let's dry run the code. Let's dry run the code using the same example, 215132, so that we will get to know how we got the output, as well as so if everything goes well, if the code, whatever the code that we have written is correct, so we have to get the output 9, right? So let's dry run the code. Yep. So let's do that. So yeah, let's dry run the code. So see here, so you can just take the left diagram as the a reference one. Yep. So you can just take it as a reference. So as we are going with the k equals 3, so here I have showed the same thing here, right? So the diagram says the same thing. See, first we are covering the first window ABC, right? Then we'll be going with the second window BCD. Then we'll be going with the third window CDE, and finally the fourth window nothing but DEF, right? It's as simple as that. And what we are doing, we should uh, yep, we should get the highest element within the particular windows, within the four windows that we are considering actually. So we are going with the example which consists of 215132, right? 6 elements. So we have 4 windows accordingly. See here. So 215 will be the first window. So you can just refer the diagram, right? So that they have mentioned this diagram. Yep. See here. 215 will be the first window. 151 will be the second window. 513 will be the third window, and 132 will be the fourth window. So all each window must consist of the 3 elements, right? First we will leave the first element 2, then we'll hop into 151. Next we will leave the 2 1 both, actually we'll hop into 513. Next we will leave the third element 5, we'll hop into 132. Then fifth, there will be no fifth window because we will be left with only 3 2. It consists of only 2 elements. K we have considered 3, right? K we have considered 3. So this is the example that we have considered in the this one in the code, and the output that we need to get here is 9 actually, right? So we have already run the code. Actually we have got the output 9. So let's try run. So see, first of all, initial window, I'll just go with the AW here. Initial window, we have the elements 215. We have the elements 215, right? So this is fine, I believe. Next we have here, accordingly with the code that we have written, W is nothing but the 8. So this is nothing but the sum for each window. Sum for each window, right? So first window we have considered 2. You can just 215. You can just sum up the elements. 2 plus 1 plus 5 leads to 8. And answer. So we have considered the answer variable. Answer variable. So we have to update the maximum element. We have to update the maximum element within the answer variable if we found any. So this is the first window, and we will be uh, keeping the 8 for now. We'll be keeping this one as 8, right? So this is fine. Yep. So next let's move on with the second window. Let's move on with the second window. Second window, see here. So we will be going with 153 actually. We will be going with 153. Yeah, the next window we have is 153. So this one window sum is nothing but 5 plus 3, this one 151, sorry, not 153. So it is 151. So second window, right? So first window is this one, second window is this one, 151. So 151 will lead to 567 actually. Yeah, 7. Yep. So we got W equals 7. Answer would remain 8 itself because the maximum value that we have got per window is 8 still. 7 is not greater than 8, right? So answer we will keep this one as 8 itself. Next, let's move on with the third one actually. Yeah. So I'll just go with the third window here. Third window, see here. Let me go with the this one. What do we call? We have 151 second window. Third window will be 513. 513. Right. So let's consider here 513. Let's consider 513. So here window sum is nothing but 513. You can just go with 3 plus 1 plus 5 is nothing but 5 plus 4, which leads to 9. So answer, this time we have to update the answer variable by 9 actually. This time we have to update the answer variable by 9 because 9 is greater than 8. 9 is greater than 8. So we will update the value by 9, right? So finally we have last window, nothing but we have to consider this one, 132. Right? So K we are considering 3. So let me write this one as well. K we are considering 3. So now the fourth window, we will be going with what are the elements? 132 actually. Yeah, 132. So basically we go on sliding actually 132. So here when we sum up this one, we will get actually 3 plus 2 nothing but 5. 5 plus 1 will be 6. So this is fine, I believe. So answer remains 9 itself. Answer remains 9 itself. Why? Because 6 is less than 9. 6 is not greater than 9. We are calculating the, or we are computing the highest number, larger number within the windows, within the number of windows we have, right? K we have considered 3. So answer that we got here is 9 actually. Answer that we got here is 9. So which is equivalent to the output that we got while we ran the code earlier, right? So whatever the output that we got here, whatever the output that we got here is absolutely correct. So output that we got here is 9, which is equivalent to the output that they have mentioned for the so that we got while we ran the code earlier. So whatever the code that we have written works absolutely correct. Whatever the code that we have written works absolutely correct. So all goes perfect, right? So next, let's do one thing. Let's quickly discuss the complexities part actually. Yep. Let's quickly discuss the complexities part. See here, the time complexity would lead to big O of n. The time complexity would lead to big O of n. Why it leads to big O of n? Because each element that we have considered enters and leaves the window exactly once. Yep, it enters and leaves the window exactly once. So overall time complexity would lead to big O of n. Yep. So what would be the space complexity? Space complexity would lead to big O of 1. Why? Because we are going with only the constant extra variables, right? So we are going with a constant extra variables. So it's completely independent of the input size. So overall space complexity would lead to big O of 1. So the time complexity and the space complexity for the code that we have written would lead to big O of n and big O of 1 respectively, right? So now we have successfully discussed the sliding window algorithm. Yep. So next we will be discussing about the two pointers. For now, this is it. Thanks for watching, guys.